How's it going, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tone Clips. My name is Blake Hall. If you're into everything guitar, you came to the right place. We're going to be talking about my Vinciguerra Custom Shop Crossroads, the blue guitar, and the new pickups that I put in it, the Fishman Fluence Classic Open Core Humbuckers. For those of you that have been watching the channel, first of all, thank you for doing so. And if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and do that. Hit the little subscribe button, and there's a little bell icon right next to it that if you hit that, YouTube will let you know when I put out a new video. Also, every single like on these videos makes a big difference on how many people actually get to see it. Now, like I said, this video is going to be on this guitar, which I get tons of questions about. This is my Vinciguerra Custom Shop Crossroads. And it was originally loaded with Seymour Duncan Seth Lover pickups, which were great PAF style pickups. Loved them, and I was very interested in this Fishman line of pickups called the Fluence pickups, especially their classic series. And I got wind that they had multiple voices and were silent and all that. So naturally, I was intrigued and wanted to try them out. So we have put those pickups in this guitar, and maybe I can throw up some close-ups so you can see what they look like up close. But I'm going to run you through some sounds and show you what these things are all about. I feel like not a whole lot of people have put out videos showing off, especially the open core pickups with 3 voicings. Yes, I said 3 voicings. Now, when you get the pickups, I know for a fact that if you get the set, you obviously get both pickups. And I believe that it came with 4 pots. I know that 2 of them were push-pull. And then, yes, this guitar has been scratched up like crazy. And it comes with the little, first of all, the battery that comes, that you would mount in here, and the wiring harness that you would plug in your USB for. Now, if you don't know anything about this line of pickups, they do still have a magnet. They obviously have pole pieces, but they are not wound with copper wire like traditional pickups. The windings are actually printed on circuit boards, which are then stacked around these pole pieces. And they have figured out how to voice it with the preamp that's built in. Yes, there's a preamp. Like I said, there's a battery and you have to charge it. But the beautiful thing is you're not just pulling out a battery and exchanging it each time unless you decide to go that route. I opted to actually have the battery in the guitar, and I can just plug in a little, I think, micro USB charger here. So that makes it nice and convenient. Look, you plug it in while you're changing strings, and you're just not going to run out of time. I think it's 200 or 300 playing hours. I've never run out of juice in this battery, and I do, on average, 5 shows a week, and all of them are 4 hours long. So, yeah, shouldn't be a problem as long as you plug it in when you're changing strings. Make that a habit. Now, the way that I opted to have these pickups wired up is with both push-pulls in. We're just in voice 1. I'm going to call the low-wound PAF sound as voice 1. Voice 2, I actually put on this knob here, and when it is out, it is in voice 2, which is the higher output hot-rodded PAF sound. And then if I pull the volume, my master volume knob here, then I'm in single coil mode. I will do two things as I demonstrate what these things sound like. First of all, I will just have two different static sounds. One is going to be a cleaner sound where I just let you hear all the pickup selections playing the same thing, and I'll go through all the voicings and everything, just so you can hear these sounds right next to each other. So I will do that with a clean sound with my pedal board. I will also do it with a lightly broken up sound. Then I will get into some playing examples where you can hear these different voicings put into context. In other words, what would I use this PAF, this low wound PAF sound for? What would I use this higher output sound for, or the single coil sound? And I'll show you the strengths and weaknesses. There aren't many weaknesses that I've found for me personally in my preferences. Anyway, let's get into some sound examples, huh? All right, now I guess we're ready for some sounds. I have the guitar plugged into my pedal board so we can check out different sounds and see where this thing really shines, see where these pickups really shine, because I want you to hear them in context, not just how different the sounds are from each other. I want you to also hear where their strengths are, where the single coil neck pickup sound is strong, and also where the bridge high output hot rodded sound works really nicely. So, but first, before we get into context sounds, that's what I'm going to call them. In other words, building sounds with my pedal board using the sounds in these pickups. And this beautiful guitar, right? I'm going to first play through basically just the amp. We're going to start with voice 1. Keep in mind, voice 1 is going to be PAF, low wind output PAF. Voice 2 is hot rodded, and then single coil will be voice 3. So voice 1, no pedals, no nothing. Let's go to voice 2. So it's a higher output, and it's a little more mid-range focused, which is great for especially solos. And depending on the rhythms, what I love about having both of those is that I can get a whole lot more out of the pedals that I do have, especially on a fly date. Man, this makes everything so nice because you can do a lot more with way less on the floor. Here's voice 3. All right, voice 1. Voice 2. Voice 3. I love it. I love it. Now, let's go to the middle position, voice 1. Voice 2. Voice 1. Voice 2. Now let's go to voice 3. Very, very cool and very usable sounds. Let's go to the neck position, voice 1. Everything that I loved about those Seth lovers, for the most part, is here in voice 1. I love that, that I didn't have to basically give up some of the goodie that was already in this guitar. I feel like I've only added to it. Let's go to, first of all, yeah, voice 1. Voice 2. Now let's go to voice 3. And keep in mind, you're going to notice that voice 3 is going to be way quieter than voice 2 or voice 1, because that's the nature of what a single coil would do. It's not going to push everything as hard. Yeah. I love it. They all make me want to play differently. I love that. It's just like grabbing another guitar. They generally act differently under the fingers and make you want to play differently, which is another reason why I love this set of pickups. This is great. All right, so now I'm basically just going to get into some sounds that I've literally just now set up for the show tonight. So here's voice 1 on a very low gain sound for me anyway. Excuse me, let's start on the bridge position. So that's one of my cleaner sounds, and as I get cleaner, for the most part, I like a little bit more high-end, slightly more scooped thing. Right now, I am using the Zen Ray by Pogo Pedals with some compression from the Ego Wampler in front of it, and then I have the Strymon Brigadier giving me just a little bit of slap back. And sometimes it's cool in the middle of the song when you get into that, you know, the chorus or whatever, and you want just a little bit more. So, voice 1, voice 2, I love that. That's great. Here's voice 3. This is great for some really vibey kind of stuff. Yeah. Here's the middle position. That's in voice 3. Here's voice 2 in the middle position. Voice 3. great. Great. It's just so many sounds, just without even messing with the pedal board. Let's go to the neck position. I kind of want to start in the third voice. So third voice of the neck. Here's the voice 1 again. Here we go. Here's 3. Let's go to something a little bit grittier. Why not? Now I have the protein with both sides on. And this is kind of the basic sound in position 1, voice 1, and the bridge position. Let's hear voice 2, that more aggressive sound. For reference, here's voice 1 again. A little more open, a little more spanky. Here's voice 2. This is probably one of my favorite things about voice 2 on the bridge position. For that extra harmonic thing that really lends itself to the squawks, with, using the edge of your finger next to the pick. The Billy Gibbons kind of. Right? That's so cool that I can do that with that amount of gain. I mean, there's some gain there. But there's not so much gain that, it would normally be really easy for that stuff. But they really come to life in voice 2. I love it. Here is voice 3 in the bridge position. Excuse me. It's a little more bouncy, a little more open, lower output, so not as much drive. I love it. Let's go to the middle position, voice 1. I love that. That is nice and chewy and all the buzzwords and all the things. Let's go to voice 2. Yeah, I love it. Let's go ahead, go back to voice 1 on the neck. All right, so here's voice 2, that higher output in the neck. Really cool vocal quality when you get up on the neck. That is awesome. Let's hear that with the slide. I'm curious now. Oh man, I like that. That's cool. All right, well, let's see here. So yeah, that's the neck in voice 2. Now let's go to that voice 3. Yeah, that sounds really good. I love that. Let's go one more step. We're gonna go into some heavier sounds here. Just a really awesome cranked Marshall sound with these low wind bridge pickup, voice 1. That is awesome. Love it. Check out this voice 2 with this. So good. There's definitely more of that bark that, you know, sometimes you want, especially with some of these heavier sounds. All right, so here is the single coil sound, voice 3, on the bridge position. And I should also be showing you how responsive they are to your playing too. Let's dial back. So that's on 10. Gonna bring it back some. Dialing back. Now, let's go to that higher output PAF. You can dial back, right? Even in this higher output sound on the bridge position, I can go from... So yeah, in every position with every sound, these things are very responsive to your playing. Let's go ahead, go to the middle position with this this heavier sound. voice 2. Here is voice 3. Neck position, voice 1. All right, let's go to the, excuse me, I don't know what I'm doing here. So yeah, neck position, voice 2. Voice 3, neck position. Man, I love it. And then look, remember, I'm still in this heavy sound that we got this same sound with. But I can go to the neck, single coil, right? Voice 3. And roll back and be here, right? There are so many sounds to work with here for the gigging musician that doesn't mind plugging in and charging that battery every now and then. You can get a lot of sounds out of this thing, huh? Thank you so much for watching. That is it for me on these Fishman Fluence Classics. Like I said earlier, I bought these with my own money, so yes, I'm gonna give you my opinion here. If you're looking for a great sounding set of classic PAF pickups, this set is for you. Now, that's given that you're okay with charging your guitar every now and then. If you're looking for a hot-rodded set of PAF pickups with a little bit more mid-range, but still have a little more open but more aggressive sound, that sound is definitely there and not lacking in any way as far as I'm concerned. I think that for somebody that plays humbuckers, that needs to be able to reach for a single coil sound, you're going to find it very useful, that third voice. Would I replace single coil pickups with that? No way. I found that a guitar equipped with single coil pickups is a very different experience, but in the context of a show where you need to get there, these are going to take you miles past any coil splitting or coil tapping of a humbucker. Do I think it's way better than coil tapping or splitting? Yes, I will definitely say that. Is it going to replace your single coil pickups? No. For me, this is one step closer to actually having another set of pickups that are single coil pickups. It's one step closer. It's not going to replace real single coil pickups in my opinion. Now, I am very excited to try out the Fishman Fluence single coils, both the gristle tones, that is Greg Koch's signature pickups. I've played those. Those are incredible. I can't wait to actually have a guitar equipped with those so I can show y'all what those are about. And then I also am interested in trying the single width pickups for, you know, an S-style guitar. So I'm gonna try to get my paws on all that stuff. And if y'all want to see those videos, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know what you thought about what you heard, if you think it would be useful, if the battery is just a deal breaker, it doesn't matter how good they sound. Let me know in the comments. I also want to talk about the price point of these pickups. They come with, like I said, they come with the 3 voices. I would say, I would put the voice 1 and voice 2, what I'm calling voice 1 and 2, the 2 PAF sounds up against any pickup I've tried. I like them that much. That the Seth Lover Seymour Duncans that I had in it that I love, I don't necessarily miss them. I think they're great, and they are slightly different, but that voice 1 is very close to what I loved about those pickups, and having that voice 2 is definitely more than enough for me to go, I'm happy with this, I'm going to keep this in this guitar. And also just being able to go to that single coil sound is very useful for me. I want to talk about the price point. Now, other pickups that you're gonna put these up next to, especially boutique pickups, they're gonna be a lot more expensive than this. If you get the whole kit and caboodle, you're not talking $400 for 2 pickups. First of all, it's gonna be a lot less than that, and I will put the price on the screen here at the time of recording this video. But not only is it a good price for the pickups, but for the price of everything is the price that you might pay for just some nice run-of-the-mill PAFs. So they definitely get the seal of approval from me on that one too. If you want to see more videos like this one though, the best way to make that happen is to hit the little subscribe button, and don't forget that little bell icon right there next to it. That way YouTube will send you a notification whenever I put out a new video. That's it from me, guys. I'll see y'all next time. Peace. And now a word from our sponsor. Oh, hey there. Does your significant other constantly get on to you for having too much music gear and cluttering up the house with it? Well, Midgard has got you covered. They'll give you a nice cozy little nook for your valuables and even a place to go for whenever the in-laws are in town. Thanks, Midgard.